Okay. All right. 25 people here. All right. Great. Okay. Can can you hear me? Am I audible? Kim Sahai. Hi. Real Freedom is saying Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you. Kim Sahai is saying Happy Durgashtami. Yes, today is auspicious Durgashtami today. Lucky are those people who are in India, especially in Assam or West Bengal. They're having the time of their life. Durga Puja always excellent. Interesting. Or in any part of India or any other part of this world also, whoever is witnessing Durga Puja, you are very lucky. So please pray to Goddess Durga for her blessings and for winning over the evil inside of you. All right. So happy Durgastami to everyone, each and every one of you. Tomorrow is Navami, and then there is Dasera, of course. And Dasera, I think, if yeah, I'm not much experienced Dasera, but yeah, wherever you are, if you are in India, I'm very sure you would go to these big pandals and have a great time. So great. Okay, Mansi Marwa ji is saying hello. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, yes. Okay, thumbs up. That's great. Yes, your voice is clear. Okay, thank you. Jay Morani is saying namaste, namaste. Rekha Regmi saying from Nepal, Sitaram. Oh, Jai, great. Recently, one of my friend gifted me a very nice photo of Lord Sri Ram and Sita Devi's marriage, the wedding, from the wedding, and it was actually from Nepal, from Mithila, which is current day Nepal, as you know, right? So great to have you from Nepal. I want to visit Pashupatinath sometimes. Let's see when Lord Shiva wants me to come there. Pi is saying hello. Mansi Marwa, yes, you're audible. Shraddha Hazarika is saying hello from New Delhi. Great, great to know you are in New Delhi. It's also a very festive time there. Prasad Rao, hi, how are you? I'm good. Prasad ji, how are you? You have a very good name. All right, Sunita ji is saying, what is this? Sunita Surampalli. Okay. Namaste, 6 weeks remedy didn't work for me. Any other, please help. Jobless since 15 months. Please consider worse situation. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your situation. But I have somehow seen that this remedy works incredibly well with men. With women, the issue is with their the menstrual cycles. You know, sometimes, as I have made many videos on this money remedy, so I have mentioned there exclusively that if a lady is in her periods in that time, so suppose what is today? Today is Sunday. So suppose you start this remedy next Saturday, and then the next Saturday, the second Saturday, you are in your periods. Okay, so then you have to skip that Saturday, and you have to do in the next Saturday. So you have to do it for six times you have to do. So that can mean you might need seven weekends, 7 Saturdays or even 8 Saturdays. Okay. So uh, then I have seen it still works, but somehow Unfortunately, I have seen many ladies, they've told me that this does not give the best results for them, but somehow for men this works like incredibly. I don't know what is the reason. Okay. But nonetheless, if it has not worked for you, I would say please try it for one more time. It might work. Maybe you might be again, not to offend you, but it is also possible sometimes. If it is not working, there might be some small mistake here there. Okay, so please watch the video again, and please make sure you do it properly, and hopefully it happens this time. Okay. Okay. Rekha ji is saying, yes, please come. Pashupatinath, welcome. Yes, for sure, someday. Ahin144 is saying, hello, sir. Namaste. All right. Namaste. Sunita ji is saying, I don't have circles to disturb, so didn't break it in between. Okay, interesting. Even then, it's not working. Please give it one more try. So, if you have already completed it yesterday, then please give one Saturday gap, and from next Saturday you start. Okay, so not this upcoming Saturday, the next Saturday. And also it is important that you understand that you have to have some good dasha for this to work. Okay, so for example, uh, at least something good should be there. So either your second house, sixth house, 10th house, or the 11th house, one of the four houses have to be activated in their dasha, antar dasha, mahadasha, or at least in transits there has to be prominent transits. Okay, in your artha houses, as I have also mentioned in the second part of that video. Then that is when the results come. Okay, so for example, if your prominent planets are now transiting the first house, okay, for you, Sunita ji, maybe it may not work. But then when sun, Mercury, Venus, like Mars, they go into your second house, and when during those days your moon is transiting either the 6th, 10th, or 11th, then you can get a call for a job interview or something like that can happen. Okay. Okay, so many good questions. So let's start with today's topic. It's already 8 minutes and we have not started discussing today's topic. Mhm. So, what is today's topic? Today's topic is none other than Saturn retrograde or Saturn direct. I'm chilling in cold. Saturn is coldness, right? Have you met people who are very cold? That is what is Saturn, typical coldness, right? It's like deadly cold. Okay. But now there's an event in the sky. So I'm in drikpanchang.com. 17th June 2023. What happened? Saturn became retrograde. And then on 4th November, Saturn will go direct. Okay. So with what is 4th November date? Let me just check. 4th November, Saturday. Wow. Just two more Saturdays. Next to next Saturday, he's direct. Very interesting because this transit has been the most incredible transit of Saturn that I have seen in the last 10 years, maybe. So many people have messaged me like Saturn lording some particular house in your chart. So many people, so many people have messaged me that something incredible has happened in the month of June. I've I've never heard so many people telling me. Now, you could say that is just like it's like approximation, but I am telling you, I am seeing it in my life and I am also seeing it in others' lives. Incredible this transit has been. Now, one of the main reasons why this has been such an incredible transit is because it is in its Mool Trikon sign. So, Mool Trikon means the energy is very high, very, very, very high. Okay. Exceptionally strong energy. A bit less than exaltation, but very high, very, very, very high. So, people have told me that around mid June, something incredible has happened, which means long due projects have ended. Ended means Either it's gone or it's completed. Either you lose it or you do it. And then there's another group of people who have messaged me that they have started doing something incredible around the month of June, and they kind of finalized that they need to do that by the mid of June, around, or you could say end of June. And then now things are moving towards completion. Incredible, incredible. Just one word, incredible, because people have told me that they are doing things which they never imagined they would do. Now this is sometimes good and sometimes not the best also, because you are sometimes doing things which you hate. Okay, but at the end people have told me that they have made incredible progress. So I don't know, I would like to know from you, did you feel the same? Okay, I have felt it, so many tasks, so many projects I have completed in the last 3 4 months. Exceptional period it has been very tough, but an exceptional period. We'll discuss more on that today. Okay, what is this? Real freedom is saying, oh, where is that gone? Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay, Hitesh G is saying, hello, Sir Ji. Any remedy for job promotion or growth? Please do the 6 weeks money remedy. Okay, that has given job promotion to so many people. It will do to you also, hopefully. Please do it. Then Shaili Varma is saying, Saturn in 8th house in Capricorn sign and aspected by Sun will definitely give rise to chronic illness. Okay. Saturn in the 8th house in Capricorn sign. Okay. Okay. I see. See, Saturn in the 8th house in Capricorn is a very interesting thing, because the 8th lord is sitting in the 8th house. So this is a Viparit Raj Yoga. Now you may say, oh, but I already know. And you will then also, Saturn is the Karaka for the 8th house. So the lord of the Karaka of the 8th house sitting in the house itself. So this is one thing is this is like a Viparit Rajyog, and this is like Karak Bhav Nash. So for the 8th lord to have Karak Bhav Nash can be good sometimes. Sorry, not the 8th lord, the Karaka for the 8th house to be in the 8th can be good sometimes. But what you have to understand is that apart from the Karaka, for you, he's also the lord of the 8th house. That is something very important for you to understand. Okay. So this means that as the lord of the 8th house, forget the Karaka, but as the lord of the 8th, he will never give you problems in a way that you can't solve it. Okay. So if you if you are facing a lot of problems with Saturn in the 8th in Capricorn, then it means these problems are coming because of some of your own bad habits. Like yesterday I said in my video, like Jupiter represents, like first class learning. Okay, so you just see something, which means you first hear something. Okay, okay, this is good, this is bad, I should do this, I should not do this. And then you don't do it. Okay, that's great. Or then there is second class, where you hear and you don't believe, but you see, okay, this person did something wrong and then this person is suffering, so I should not do it. But then there is third class, which means you hear, you see, and you don't believe. So you need experience. So maybe if you are having chronic illness, then of course it depends on your chart. I don't know what is going on in your chart, your overall chart. I have no idea of it. But if I assume there are no other planets in the chart, and if I assume there's only one planet as the lord of the 8th in the 8th, then I can clearly tell that maybe some of your habits were not the best in the past, and maybe that has given rise to problems. Okay, so I hope you can actually come out of the problems and improve your habits also. Okay, Abhinaya ji is saying namaste, namaste, namaste. Real freedom is saying, what is it? Already Saturn retrograde in chart. Okay, in your birth chart, Saturn is retrograde. Okay. Sade Sati going on. Okay. I see. Yeah, if your Saturn is already retrograde in the birth chart and Sade Sati is also going on, then it can mean that you know that you should do something, but you are still not doing it, and you need a lot of push inside because you are not actually convinced. So in your situation you have to check, are you actually convinced about what you are doing in life and why are you doing it? So if you are not convinced, then you have to work on your convictions, your life path, your opinions actually. Okay, that is very, very, very important, because retrograde Saturn in the chart means that there is some doubt is because of lack of conviction. Okay, of course Sade Sati is going on, that is like that is temporary. Sade Sati will not be there every time, right? But Saturn retrograde will always be there in your chart because it's your birth chart. So real freedom, please work on your ideals and your principles. Okay. Ankit Thakkar is saying, I am in Canada and struggling for survival. Okay. Struggling, why? Okay. Unable to do Saturday remedy as no beggars fun. What can be the alternative? Can I drop somewhere where birds can it? No, you can't do that. You can try to give it. Now, this is very difficult. In the West, it's very tough to find beggars. I mean, there are a lot of beggars, but you may not find them in the streets. Okay. So, what you can do is you can give it to a friend, but the condition is you should not accept anything in return back from them. So if you have a friend with whom you are like talking every day, having daily exchanges, then I won't recommend, because then what happens is the condition for this remedy to work is this should be done like a donation. Okay, now this is not exactly a donation, that is why I have mentioned in my video, this is a remedy, this is a upay, this is not dan, because donation is something which you are giving without any expectation. So now when you are giving this sweet to somebody, you are having expectation, right? Oh, maybe I will have something good. So that is not a donation. So you can have a honest conversation with some of your friends who are physically there in your city, who can actually accept this, but not give anything back to you in return. No money, no, like you should not even drink water at that friend's house, or no, you should not take any advice. Basically, don't contact your friend for 6 weeks. Of course, if there's some emergency, that's different. He needs your help, you need his help, that's okay. But you can have normal relationship, nothing wrong. But for those 6 weeks, try avoid going to that person's house, because if you go there, he or she will offer you some food, water, drinks, or something like that, and you may not be able to refuse. So better not do that. And just because you are giving him this now, he should not, like, after 2 months of finishing, he should not tell, oh, today I will take you in to some treat. You are treating me from last 6 days, last 6 weeks, so today it's my turn, I'll treat you. Okay, you are very lucky if there are some people like that in your life. But what is important is that you do not accept anything in return during those 6 weeks or even later. Later means you so after the remedy is over, you can have normal relationship. You can go to his house, he can come to your house, you can have a normal relationship then. But he or she should not give you anything later for this remedy. So that is what I mean, he cannot give you anything later. Okay, but normal things you can exchange after 6 weeks. So for this, the best is you find some friend with whom you are reasonably close, so that you can explain him about this. But you are not so close, like messaging 100 times every day. Every hour you are messaging each other, how are you, what have you done, and all this, this happened, that happened. You can still do, but be careful that you don't accept anything in return. Okay, no favors, no food, no water, nothing. And if even that doesn't work, what to do? You might have to try with your neighbors. But in the West, that's the problem. People are very suspicious when you give them things like this. Like, people tell me they're in Europe and America, and it's a nightmare for them to do this. So if you are not finding anybody, then it's very, very, very difficult. Then you still have to do it somehow. Okay, there's no other alternative. Or another worst case, this is the worst of the worst case scenario. If you have somebody back in India, which I'm sure you will have, Ankit ji, then you might give the money to one person, to your friend or relative or family member, and they might do on your behalf. Okay, but again, then I can't guarantee that you get the benefits. I mean, ideally you should get, but I do not have data or research to back this up, so because most of the times, 99% of the times, people find somebody for this ceremony. But if they don't find, then, and so if you don't find beggars, try to give to strangers. So first you give to beggars, then strangers, then if not strangers, try to go to some old age home, or like all this, orphans and all this, there you may be able to give them. And when you are giving, you need to make sure that they are eating. So it should not be, oh yeah, yeah, we will give in lunch, so that is not the best. Okay, so you can tell them that I want to give them with my hands. Okay, to one person, or preferably to one person. Okay, not to like too many people. So you can tell them that, okay, please select 6 children who are like orphans, and they are staying here, and every Saturday I will come there and give one pack to one of the boy or girl there. And then if they decide to give everybody, and then that's their free will, that's none of your business what they do. It, they may throw it, they may eat it themselves, they may give it to somebody else. That's perfectly fine. So try to do that. And even then also, if it doesn't work, try to do with your friend. Okay, and even if that doesn't work, send money to India to somebody. And but again, I can't guarantee that it will work in that case. Okay, so try out, pray to God, and maybe he sends you somebody. Can I drop somewhere where birds or other jivas can eat? Unfortunately not. Okay, you can't do it. I mean, maybe it works, but I have no data. I can't say yes, it works. But in my experience, I've seen that doesn't work. In the limited cases I've seen, there's no result. Okay, where are some other questions? Ahin144 is saying, could you please let us know explanation of animal sacrificing for worshipping gods, especially Durga Ma, Kali Ma? Okay, very interesting question. It will require some long explanation. I will try to give that. Rekha Regmi saying, I lost my job at July. Okay, sorry to hear that. Please do the remedy. Maybe it works. For you, digital marketing humans, he's saying, I lost my job in last May or late May. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this is again, many people have lost their jobs also during this Saturn retrograde. But this can happen because you were doing something which you were not meant to do, which is not a part of your life purpose. So Saturn is actually stripping you off from all this. Okay, so maybe it's time that you do something else which is in line with your life purpose. Okay, this is much better, I feel. Okay, Lalita Dalava is saying, okay. Okay, so again, I am saying once again, I've been saying this always. Please do not give your birth details like this publicly. It is not good for you. Please do not do that. For your good, Lalita ji, I will I will remove this comment. Otherwise, it is not the best for you. Okay, please do not give it. It is not good for your psychic energy. There are crazy people in this world, and they do things which you don't like. Okay, please don't do it. Anybody, please, if you have given your birth details, please delete it right away, right now. Digital marketing humans. I have Saturn in first house in Aquarius. When it goes direct, it'll be better. Well, can't say. It depends on your chart. Okay, so maybe when Saturn goes direct, if your dasha is good, dasha is changing also, then things can be better. But it depends. It's like very generic, and this has nothing to do with your Saturn in first house in Aquarius. Okay, of course, for you, Saturn return is going on, so it could be a bit more prominent. But again, it depends on your Mahadasha, Antardasha. Cyber Bin is saying Bharmari Yogini Dasha explain. Yeah, Yogini Dasha is very interesting. I have to make a separate video on it sometimes. But we should use Yogini Dasha. So we should use Vimshotri, then Chara Dasha, and Yogini. And there are different types of Vimshotri Dasha also. So that is also something we should use. So generally we should use at least two, but preferably three dasha systems to confirm a particular event. Okay. Abhinaya Iswaran is saying, please, if how Saturn combust with Mercury in Aquarius, Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra and Sun behaves. Well, these are personal queries I can only answer if I see your chart, because I don't know where your Saturn is in the Navamsha. Okay, I don't know what is going on with your Dashamsha chart, because it's specifically, if you're asking of Saturn, I need to check your D10 also. Okay, so it's very difficult. I'm sorry, I can't answer it like this. But in general, if I just try to answer in isolation, it can mean that you have a lot of potential inside, but due to some reason, like some circumstance, surroundings, you are not able to harness your potential properly. Okay, especially with Purva Bhadrapada, that happens. So if your Mercury is in Purva Bhadrapada, then you need to make sure that you are not surrounded by people who are always demotivating you. Okay, so if you are sitting with a bunch of idiots, then please get out of that. Okay. Satish ji is asking, does Saturn encourage love marriage as well? Love marriage has nothing to do with like Saturn or Rahu, Ketu, anybody. It has to do with the fifth house. So if the fifth house is related to the eighth or the 12th, then there could be love marriages in the dashas. Okay. Okay, I see message is retracted. Mona Malik is saying Shubho Maha Durga Ashtami Guruji. Thank you so much, Mona ji. Wish you the same also. Everybody also have a great celebration. I think it's already late in India. Oops, it's 6:30 here. It's 10 p.m. there. Okay, Kalpesh ji is asking, hi, my Rashi is Mithun. After 30th October, Rahu is in my 10th house. Okay. Okay, yes, indeed. Rahu will be in Pisces in your 10th house. Should I do some remedies for having better life during this period? I don't think any remedies required. It could be a great time for your profession. So please use this time for professional growth. Okay. Please use it. Congratulations. Rahu in 10th, thumbs up. YKR is saying, sir, my home appliances are getting damaged one after another. Is it due to retrograde Saturn transit? I have three. Well, maybe you are running a difficult dasha connected to the third house. Then this can happen. So please check and see when the dasha is getting over. What is the next dasha? That will decide. Okay. I'll be a bit quick in answering the questions. Shravan Raja is saying, hi, brother. In my birth chart, retrograde Saturn is in 7th house It's eighth lord, which is my Gemini ascendant. Okay. Saturn in seventh house, I have videos on it. People think you will not get married, or there will be delayed marriage or so. So I have a video like Saturn delays but does not deny. Is it true? So please watch it. Okay, you can go to my Saturn playlist. You will find a lot of videos. But yeah, indeed, eighth lord transiting the seventh, it can give you vibes with your in-laws. Sometimes you might get some kind of step treatment from your in-laws, but again, this is very generalized. You need to check the chart. Okay. Vacation AV saying go to shelters. Yes, I think you are speaking about the money remedy. Yes, that is true. Shambhavi 1111 is saying hello sir, namaste. Namaste Shambhavi ji. Kirti Negi is saying, I have Saturn in Aries in fourth house. Okay. Well, I can't say it. It can mean anything. Sorry. Fourth house can mean you are interested in property during Saturn Dasha, but due to some reason, there is some problem in getting property in your name. So some issues could come. But again, I can't say anything. It could be anything. Shama Kulkarni, sir, can we do Annadan? Well, of course, you can do anytime. The scriptures say whenever you are doing dan, you should not see any murat or whatever. I mean, you can see, but whenever you want to do dan, you do immediately. Okay, no thing, nothing like which muhurat is there, this is there, that is there. You can see that also, nothing wrong. But whenever you want, just do it. Great desire, that is to do Annadan. Jack Bryan is saying regarding my relationship question from yesterday. I have Rahu alone in Scorpion currently running through Rahu Mahadasha. Please advise. And I'm tired of being single. Well, I can't advise unless I see your chart. It depends when your fifth house is getting activated. Depending on that, there might be a relationship which could come. Okay, but it depends on the chart. So it has nothing to do with all this Rahu, ninth house, Scorpio. So relationship, fifth house, period. Shaili ji is saying, yes, you are very correct. Because of my habits, I created my own illness. In my chart, Saturn is in ninth house, ninth lord also. Can the chronic illness be? Well, I can't say that, but if you change your habits, then maybe it can happen. So don't expect things to happen magically. See, your habits have caused this disease, not some event. Okay, oh, this happened, accident happened, this happened, that happened, and I had a big surgery. It's not because of some event. It is because of habits which you might have cultivated from 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or even more, 30, 40, 50, 60 years sometimes. So please do not expect that it will just go magically. But if you show your sincerity and pray to God, and you do some remedies on Saturdays, you give some donations to poor people, and you don't speak lies, and you don't cheat others, because Saturn is the karaka for lying, and Rahu is the karaka for cheating. Okay, cheating and lying both are same only, basically. Then yeah, maybe your situation is better. Okay, I wish you all the best. Angel Aura is saying good evening, good evening. Sheetal Kashyap, Saturn in 8th house in Aquarius. Yeah, could be some good time during your Saturn Dasha for research. Okay, so learning astrology, best time. If you are having Saturn Dasha, then maybe incredible, you can learn. Nitin Saxena ji is here. You're great, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for being here. It's good to have you, sir, Nitin ji. Jhuma Banerjee is saying, Namaskar, sir. I have Capricorn moon sign and Taurus ascendant. Okay, Sarasati from last 5 years. Any possibility of positive things in the future? Well, I would say Saturn is your For Taurus Lagna is your ninth lord and 10th lord. So for Saresati, if you are undergoing Saresati, then it can also show some good events in your life. Good in the sense like not externally, but it is trying to teach you some bigger things in life, in regards to what you should do and what you should not do. So please focus on that, because your life will change externally only when you have a good dasha which is coming up. Otherwise, maybe not. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Good questions. All right. So Saturn's transit, very important. Saturn is still retrograde now till 4th of November. What is today? 22nd October. So almost like 12 days. So if there is something which you have finally which you have realized that Saturn has now taught you, if you are fortunate, which I am sure you are, but if something of that sort has happened, then please do not try to resist that. Okay, please understand that this transit is very important, because this is transiting in its Mool Trikon sign. It is not a normal transit. Mool Trikon is second best after exaltation. Exaltation is the peak. Mool Trikon is just after that. Which means, now what does it mean? It's second best. It means it has a very strong potential to bring out things which you actually should be doing. It's as simple as that. So, for example, if after this Saturn retrograde, you lost your job, so around 17 June, many people they have lost their job, then it could mean that you were either not doing it seriously, or you are not good at it, or maybe your life is taking you radically towards a different direction. So if you are having some problems, specifically financially or marital wise or in any wise, and you know that you are losing that area of life, then you must sit and check, is that actually meant for you? So if you lost your job, please check, are you in a career which actually you should be in? Okay. Well, otherwise maybe it may not be the best profession for you, because now see, Saturn transits again after 27 28. So almost like 30 years, 3 decades. Imagine what will be your age that time. Okay, after 30 years again, Aquarius. So if if it is happening for you, then you need to understand that life is calling you to go to the next version. Life is demanding a bigger version from you. Okay. So every new version, every new version will demand a different amount of effort from you. Okay. So therefore, if it is happening that you are losing out in life in some area, and which area, the lordships of Saturn. So if Saturn is your 10th lord, then profession, 7th lord, then marriage, first lord, then health. Okay, so you need to understand that if you are losing out in certain areas of your life, then you have to make a choice. Will I stay there? Will I still do it, or will I do something completely different? Because if you make a decision, then please stick to it. Otherwise, these transits can give you temptations in regards to like, oh, I'm doing 10 things. Okay, no, that's not correct. Do one thing at a time, and sit and meditate and ask yourself, do you really want to do this? You will get an answer. If the answer is yes, go all in. Just put 1000%, 1 billion trillion percent, or at least 100%. And do it with full force and enthusiasm and vigor. And the more you do it, you will realize, oh yes, this is something which I should have done before, but out of my laziness, procrastination, that's what Saturn is, laziness. And if you worked hard, then now is the time you will reap the fruits. Oh boy, you will reap it. I've already seen people who have told me, they worked very hard and they have got very good success now. Exceptional success, like success beyond their wildest imaginations. Like, especially as the time for Saturn's transit to become direct is approaching, I'm seeing more and more people are telling me that, especially last week, last 2 weeks, maybe even today, yesterday, magically things are happening. So if you are true to yourself, this was a magical time. Okay. Okay, let me see some other interesting questions. Okay, me and Manasvi is saying, well, I think Saturn third Drishti on Rahu Mahadasha transit uh, more intense. Please add third Drishti on Rahu. Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, indeed, it's not an easy time. Saturn Rahu combination is known as, Shrapit Yog. Okay, so not an easy time. You see, all these wars are going on. Of course, that this war is caused because of some other thing, but Saturn Rahu gives you this feeling, that I'm helpless in life. I can't do anything. So for the sign, wherever the sign Aries is, Saturn is aspecting there with its third aspect, and it will continue to aspect till the time he goes to Pisces, right? And Rahu is there. Rahu will be there till October 30th. So very intense time. Naman Garg is saying Pranam. Jahnavi Abhishek, good evening. Good evening. I am running Shani Antardasha and Procrastinator. Well, this is classic. Just classic. Try not to do it. Angel Ora is saying any mantra or jap for gratitude and practice. Well, you can chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is a great mantra for practicing gratitude, because gratitude is a matter of the fourth house, which is, your peace and your comfort and your self esteem. Okay. So please chant that mantra, and you can also read Srimad Bhagavatam. You can read the fourth canto. You can also read like the 10th canto. That will also be good for you. Sheetal Kashyap, how will be Saturn in 8th house in Aquarius after direct? Well, so many people have Saturn in 8th, which will be, or if Saturn is transiting your 8th, which will be direct. It depends on your chart, your overall chart, your Mahadasha, Antardasha. Naman Garg is saying remedy for Nicha moon in 4th house. Please chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Catnip Evergreen is saying, oh my, I have given my birthday details on a free mini reading on YouTube. How can I fix this, please? Thank you for everything you do, by the way. Well, if today is your birthday, then wish you a very, very, very happy birthday. Catnip Evergreen, if today or if it was yesterday, then belated. But yeah, if you have already done it, that's okay. If you can delete it, go there and delete. Otherwise, please don't do it again. Okay, because even if you're giving it in a free reading in YouTube, maybe like so many people would give, so it is most likely possible that you will not anyways receive an answer, because there are so many people would have given. So now if you're lucky, you might receive in the future, or maybe you might have received, but it doesn't seem that you have received any reading, but your details are there. So please go and delete it if possible, and if it is not possible, then don't do it again. All right. All the best. My Thai Singh been struggling to finish my BA study. Sorry. Libra ascendant Kete. I think you are writing Ketu in third. Okay, Rahu in that. Rahu in the ninth. Maybe some foreign language issue could be there. I have seen generally. And Ketu in ninth. Ketu in third can give you issues with your writing. So please check your communication and language. These two things. Third, 3-9 axis. Okay. Okay. Any different question? Will Rahu Ketu Gocha bring major changes to people's? Well, I won't say very major, but yeah, if your dasha is also of Rahu Ketu, then this can be very big. Shraddha Hazarika is asking, sir, how to identify who is our Ishta Dev or DT, or one should specifically pray through horoscope? See, there are two things I'll tell you. There are ways to find out your Ishta Devata from the chart, and different traditions of astrology do it in a different way. But you have to understand what is the purpose. The purpose is not to just see, then it becomes very superficial. Oh, my Ishta Devata is this, or whoever, Surya or anybody, Surya, Chandra, or Vishnu, Shiva, whoever. Oh, now I need to worship, so it doesn't work like that. That it can work, but that is not how it is supposed to work. Okay, so the best thing to do is to see who you are inspired by. So you are aware of, like, the different Puranas, the different stories. So whichever devata inspires you, you should do worship of that devata. Because then you find a personal connection, you feel inspired, which is very important, which is a prerequisite of any Vedic practice. You chant mantras, you chant, you do anything, sutras, mudras, yantras, mantra, tantra, whatever you do, you should be inspired. If you are not inspired, it's a nightmare. Okay, so if you are not inspired by somebody, then don't do that worship. Don't worship that person if you are not inspired. Okay, so this is the better way of doing Vedic worship. But specifically regarding Ishta Devata, well, there are different systems, and you have to find out depending on which system you are following. But there are, okay. Mr. Bhishma Dahal is saying Tribhagi Dasha is very popular among astrologers from Nepal. Okay. Mhm. But no Indian astrologer are talking about it. Can you please provide some insights about it? I'm not sure, but I think Dr. Arjun Pai has videos on this, Tribhagi Dasha, where you break a Mahadasha, Antardasha into the nakshatras and you see. So please watch it, okay? Kshitija Patil, Saturn and Jupiter are both retrograde and conjunct in 10th house Taurus, okay? Kritika Nakshatra, you have to be a bit concerned with the opposite sex in your workplace. This is what I can say. So be on the watch out. All right. Anjum Saghi is saying Anjum from Pakistan. Oh, that's good to know you're from Pakistan. I've had a lot of Pakistani friends during my masters. Okay, Anjum from Pakistan. All right. Vishwas Upadhyay is saying in Libra ascendant, my retrograde Saturn in third house, aspected by Jupiter and Saturn Mahadasha will start. So regarding what will happen, that I can't say because I don't know your chart. But if you're asking me for some mantras, and specifically, if Saturn is in your third house, aspected by Jupiter, then you can chant these two mantras, Om Namo Narayanaya, and you can chant Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamanaya. These two mantras you can chant, and you can read more about Vaman Dev. Okay, it will be very good for you. You can also do Narsimha mantras, but for now it's not required, I think. Abhinaya Ishwaran is saying thank you for answering. Welcome. I only have very few good friends, sir, but you are right. Circumstances are not favoring. Okay, my vision. I hope my period will change. Yes, I hope things change for you. Okay. Anjum Saghir is asking, sun sign is Scorpio and Aquarius is ascendant. Okay. Will I be able to sell my house after 4th November? So if you are running Mahadasha or Antardasha of the 11th house, then sales are profitable for you. Or at least the 10th house or the second and sixth also. So if it is, then it will be. Otherwise, if you are running dashas of the 8th or the 12th, then the sales will not be in your favor, which means you have to sell below market price. All right. Okay. All right. So many interesting questions. Good to see. Catnip Evergreen is saying, thank you for answering. I cannot, I have learned my lessons thanks to you, kindness regard. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So, very interesting transit. The last thing I will say before going is there's still 12 days. You can still fight. You can do it. Okay. If you have your ideas, you want to do something radically different, then please do it. All right. And also Dasera is coming. So if you want to harness the blessings of Lord Shri Ram, then please do it. All right. Again, somebody is giving birth details. I am TV High from UK. Please don't give your birth details. It is not good for you. Please don't give it. Okay. I will delete this. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Almost 100 people joined today and yesterday also. It's very, very inspiring to see so many people enthusiastically learning astrology and also trying to understand themselves. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great uh, Maha Ashtami celebration today. Today is almost over, and tomorrow is Navami. The great Navami day is tomorrow, and then we have Vijayadashami on 10th. All right, so wishing everybody a very, very, very happy Vijayadashami in advance, and I'm very sure that Goddess Durga and Lord Ram combined will destroy all the demons externally who are terrorizing people and also internally. All right. Thank you so much. Please take care. All right. Jai Shri Ram, Durga Mata ki Jai.